Talk 980 CKNW.
Joining me on the line this morning is Steve Saretsky. He is a local realtor at Sutton Group West Coast Realty and is the proprietor of the VancityCondoGuide.com, where every month or so he puts up figures that he has gained from the MLS service and looks at real estate sales and demand. Steve, good morning.
Hey, John, how are you?
I'm good. You've got some new numbers for the first part of September, and you look at basically at four markets: East Vancouver, West Vancouver, Richmond, and Burnaby. So what does it look like in September?
Yeah, that's right. I find those are generally the four main markets. Basically, I think it's pretty much a shadow of what August was in terms of numbers. So obviously the detached housing market it's definitely in a buyer's market, in my opinion. That's what the numbers show. And then same thing with the condo and townhouse market. Those do remain sellers' markets, but the gap is certainly closing, and it's shifting more and more closer to a buyer's market there as well.
So tell me what's happened to change this from a seller's market to a buyer's market, because it's been a seller's market for a very long time.
Yeah, exactly. I think for the detached housing market, at least anyways, things just aren't selling. What you're seeing right now is a lot of price reductions. So basically, although the inventory isn't up a whole lot, I mean, it's up slightly over August, but I mean, obviously it's still low compared to normal, years. But what's happening is things just aren't selling. So we're seeing a lot of price reductions, and that's starting to bring some of the prices down. So basically, we're just having inventory basically stack up. I think on the east side of Vancouver right now, you're looking at 18 months of detached housing inventory, which I think it's anything over 6 months is considered a buyer's market as per the real estate board.
Mm-hmm. And what's it done to prices? Because of course we know that over the last handful of years, prices have just gone right through the roof. Are houses any more affordable, even though it is a buyer's market?
I think affordable is a funny word, but I mean, it also depends who you ask. If you look at it, the median price, which I think is more accurate than the average. I mean, obviously you can defer month to month, but I think since April, you're looking at a drop of about roughly between 100 and 150,000 for a Vancouver detached home. Mm-hmm. So I think I think the prices have definitely come down. Obviously, there's a lot more wiggle room for negotiation in those homes as well. But again, if you're looking at it and you're relying on the real estate board's benchmark HPI, then it might come out in September and tell you that prices are still up, which is what they had in August, which I don't believe is accurate. But yeah, so I mean, if you're going, depends on what you're going at. But if you look at it from feet on the ground, prices are definitely down.
Are we seeing the kind of sort of bidding wars and people literally, standing outside and bidding each other up for houses? Has that gone away?
Yeah, we're not seeing the lineups down the street anymore, but there are still homes that are going into multiple offer. Yeah. Not so much with the detached. I mean, if it's it's still a really prized, sought after home and a nice neighborhood, it's a possibility that goes into multiple offers. It's still multiple offers for condos, especially downtown. I think the last I looked at was roughly about 40% of the condos were multiple offer in September. So yeah, it's definitely still pretty active there.
And what does this suggest to us as for the reasons this is happening? Because the government will say, well, part of it is the 15% tax they brought in, but if the tax alone was the reason, then clearly there would be many more people, more foreign investors buying into the market than we had originally thought. It's not just that, though, is it?
I mean, based on my conversations, I think a lot of the foreign money has started to leave. Especially, I mean, it's interesting to watch. Why has the detached dropped so significantly versus the condos and the townhouses? Mm-hmm. And what I'm seeing is there's still a lot of first-time local buyers here that are jumping into the market, trying to get in. And I think that's why the condo and townhouse market hasn't moved like it has the detached. Mm-hmm. I think that the detached housing market was so separated from local incomes that, obviously a lot of the money has left. And I think that's what's starting to see a drive down in the prices here for detached.
Would this be? I mean, real estate agents will, generally tell you that it's always a good time to buy. But would you buy now?
I would be extremely cautious. It just depends on everyone's situation, what they're looking for, what their goals and objectives are. But I definitely think I would be very cautious. I would, double check the advice that you're getting with many sources, because I think certainly, the trend is it's trending more and more. Same with the condo and townhouse market. I mean, obviously it's a seller's market, but it's trending more towards a balanced market. So I think if you don't need to jump in right away, then, I would maybe be a little bit patient and see where things play out.
And that's from the charts and the numbers, that seems to be what people are doing.
I think so, yeah. I think it's definitely, like I said, it's slowed down significantly, like for detached. And then I think condos and townhouses, they're lagging behind, but they're getting there.
All right, Steve, we always appreciate it. Thank you, and we'll be in touch soon, I'm sure.
Thanks a lot, John.
Steve Saretsky, realtor at Sutton Group West Coast Realty. You can check out all of the numbers that he has put together at vancitycondoguide.com, vancitycondoguide.com.